Hello, this is Erica Hodes of the Heller Career Development Center, and today I'd like to talk to you about interviews. Now, this is an uncertain time, and you may be feeling anxious about your job search. But if there's anything that I know for certain, it's that someday, somewhere, someone is going to ask you to answer the question, tell me about your weaknesses. So how do you answer this question well? Well, today I'd like to give you 2 strategies for things to avoid and 2 ways to really answer this question well. Are you ready? All right. So the first thing to avoid is something that's really common, and it's to try to turn your weakness into a strength. Right? So an example of this would be, I'm a perfectionist. I work really hard, too hard, and I don't know how to say no. Well, that may be true, but when you say something like that in an interview, it signals to the employer that you don't think you have any weaknesses. Or worse, that you don't know what your weaknesses are. And it's a huge red flag. The second thing to avoid is something that I call a red flag answer. This is one of 2 things. The first is to use a personal or character flaw as your weakness. So I'm a really impatient person, and I get really angry when things or people don't move quickly enough. That's me. But I'm not going to say that in an interview. The second thing is to use an example as a weakness that is actually integral to the job description. So say you're interviewing for a job that requires you to be an excellent public speaker or to work collaboratively with a lot of different teams. If you use either of those things for your weakness, that's a huge red flag to employers. No one wants to hire a public speaker that's no good at public speaking. So when you are getting ready for an interview, make sure that you thoroughly look through the job description to make sure that you don't bring up any of those key skills that may come back and hurt you later. So how do you answer this question well? There are 2 different approaches for how to do this. The first is what I call experience gain. Right? When someone applies for a job, they rarely meet every single piece of qualification that a job description asks for. So what you can do is to say, I think my weakness is that I don't have as much experience as I would like in this particular area. That's why I'm so excited about this job, to gain that experience and to make an impact for your organization. Right? It acknowledges a weakness in your resume without making it something that's a deal breaker. The second way, and my personal preference, is to do something called working on it, right? So what you do here is to say, I acknowledge that in the past I've had a weakness in this area. Here's how it's impacted me, but here's what I've done to make it better, right? So maybe that's you've had problems prioritizing your tasks in the past, which has impacted you as you've gone through graduate school. But now you know that if you set up a Google Calendar with alerts to tell you your progress and which things are most important, you can stay on top of everything and therefore be a really great employee. So take these tips into your next interview and you will be sure to impress. If you want more, you can learn how to answer the question, tell me about yourself, in a previous video that we've done, and we'll include the link below. In the meantime, keep on the lookout. We're gonna have more and more videos as we continue our social isolation. I hope that you are well. Please connect with us with any questions, and we are excited to prep you for your interviews. Thank you.